This is super dangerous. I'm literally holding a tripod with my camera right here. But I have been wanting to document and, just do like day in the lives kind of thing. And I haven't been fucking doing it. I haven't been doing it, and so I'm gonna start. All you gotta do is start. Trust me. Stop getting in the analysis paralysis mode, thinking that you have to do the most outlandish, creative, I have to have the most influential thing to say. No, you don't have to do that. Literally, content creation. So what I want to talk about is content creation and creating content, right? Everyone talks about, oh, I need to create content. I have to create content. You have to switch your mind frame on that. So me, I went from, there's a lot of pressure when I have to create content. Oh, I have to create content. It has to be the best. It has to be this. It has to be no, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be that way. You know what it has to be? Just done. It just has to be made. That's literally it. There's no special secret. My forearms are on fire right now, but there's no special secret. There's no secret formula to creating content. You just got to put your message out there. Tell your story. Put your message out there. Tell your story. Allow people to get to know you and document everything that you do. Everything that you do. If you enjoy doing it, whether that's driving cars, collecting Pokemon cards, going to the gym, whatever it is that you do, that you like to do, just literally just document that. Just do it. Just fucking do it, man. I promise you. Take a chance on yourself and just go and do it. That is the biggest thing that I did that changed my freaking life. So in October of last year, October 30th, it's crazy because I'll never forget the day. And I'll never forget why, not even why, but what made me want to quit my job. So I had a stable job. I had a really good, decent income. It was, I wouldn't say decent. It was a decent income, but it was also a solid income where I had money coming in every month for sure. But in all honesty, man, I hated it. I hated that job. I had the worst mindset to it. So my mindset was shitty to it. So I literally had a bad mindset on me going to my job. I was really just in a bad place with it. I was ungrateful that I had income coming in. I was ungrateful that my rent was paid. I was ungrateful that I had food in my fridge. I was literally ungrateful for it. And you know what? Every day that I went to work, in my mind, I was so pissed. I was so upset, so angry, and so mad that I had to come here. And you know what? I just got tired of it. So I forgot where I was at on this. But look, I ended up hating my job, man. And looking back, I wish I would have changed my mindset on it, because I had the mindset of I have to work this job. I have to. I hate working it, but I have to work it. And I didn't have a good mindset towards it. And every day I resented going to work. Every single day I resented going to work. Instead of being grateful that I have a job when others don't. People are literally fighting for a job, and I had a job, and I was so ungrateful, and it was draining me. It was literally draining me. Everybody I talk to now, dude, what's changed? What's changed in your life? You look so much better. You look happy now. You look less tired, all this stuff. And it was literally because I quit my job. And I had nothing lined up. I had a few things that might have been, but they weren't solid. I didn't have another job. I didn't have money coming in. But I remember, so It was the day the Dodgers won the World Series last year. And I remember being in work, and I just had this overwhelming feeling that I was going to quit that day. I had the overwhelming feeling that I was going to quit. And, you know, I didn't know, I wasn't solid, like, I'm going to quit. I didn't make that decision or anything like that, but I remember, so I worked for the Home Depot warehouse, and they would feed us every once in a while, right? And I remember just something happened, and I was just like, you know what? Like, I am tired of this. I'm tired of getting shit on by these people that think they're better than me just because they're my manager, right? Ended up going to lunch. This is a couple hours in, so about 4, almost 5 hours into my shift, I was like, something happened. I was like, dude, today I'm quitting. I don't know when, but today's my last day. I know it for sure. And so I remember I was like, okay, I made the decision after I eat, because they were feeding us. So I was like, after lunch, I'm quitting. And I literally remember just sitting in there, and, you know, everybody's watching the World Series. And mind you, these are people that I talk to that, like, number one, they hate their job too. They literally hate their job. They don't want to be there. They're tired of it. And so I remember it because it's so freaking crazy. And, you know, I love sports. I love baseball. So watching the World Series, I have no problem with. So don't, like, you know, whatever. I'm not shitting on anybody who watches baseball or watches sports or anything like that. I'll shit on you pretty much if you know more about a team or a player than you know about yourself. I'll just say that. But I remember sitting there, and I'm watching the game, and they're about to win, and they won, and I'm just like eating my wings, and I'm like, literally, like, the whole entire break room was watching the game, and they're celebrating. They're like, we won, we won, we won. Like, they were part of it. Like, they were on the team, like, they were playing. And I was just like looking around, and I'm not gonna lie, it sounds messed up, but I was like, dude, these people are a bunch of losers. They have nothing going on in their life. All they do is work, drink, party, and I don't want to be around this anymore. So I literally finished my wings and I walked out. I didn't tell anybody I quit, and that's a pretty shitty thing to do, you know, but I did it, and I'm so glad I did it. I am so glad I did it because, man, my life has changed so much since then. And okay, so little backstory too. Before all this, like, me and my girl broke up, and it was because, like, I was ungrateful, and I was self-loathing all the time. I was pissed off all the time, angry, and I said some things that I shouldn't have said in an anger mood because I was making excuses. I was literally making freaking excuses, dude. And I was like, you know what? I have nothing to fucking lose right now. I lost my girl, I lost my family, like, I lost everything that I wanted. So I was like, you know what? I have literally nothing to lose right now. So what did I do? I freaking quit. And, you know, I enjoyed it. I had the last check, paid my rent, paid everything. And then money washed up. You know, it dried up, I would say. My money dried up. And I was like laying there, sitting in my house. And I was like, I literally remember having this conversation with God. I was like, God, I give you everything, literally I surrender to you, Lord. I surrender to you, God. Take everything. Take my finances, take my relationships, take my mindset, everything, God. It's all yours. And the next day I was like sitting there, and I was like, okay, what can I do for money? I had a camera. I was like, okay, I know how to record for people. I could do it. Like, so I called up my buddy who does content creation. We have a podcast, Cause to Become Podcast. Go check that out. And I literally told him, this was before the podcast and everything. So I told him, I was like, dude, I just quit my job. Like, what can I do for you, bro? What can I do for you to earn anything right now? And mind you, I had nothing, $0 coming in, $0. And he was like, you know what, dude? Like, I want someone to run my TikTok. Like, I'll send you videos. We can record once a week. Like, I'll pay you $300. And boom, ran with it. I was like, let's do it. Let's do it, bro. We'll go tomorrow. We'll start recording. Dude, that was the greatest decision I've ever made in my life. That one decision led me to the life I have now. And no, I'm not freaking filthy rich yet. I'm not. But I'm so happy with what I do. Everything that I do, I'm so happy. I'm excited every day to wake up. Literally excited to wake up every single day. And I'm excited to talk to people. I'm excited to go shoot for people. I'm excited for all the networking and all the great people I get to meet. And now I am literally grinding so freaking hard. I'm doing like 2 to 3 different things, and I'm not even as tired as I was just working one fucking job that I hated. So this is your sign. Go out and do what you want. Life is too short to be sitting around self-loathing, mad, waiting to make a decision. Get out of the analysis paralysis and go do what you love. I promise you, as much as it's gonna suck and it's gonna be scary and you don't know where your next meal is gonna come in, you don't know when your next source of income is gonna come in, just know that God will provide for you and your life will change. I promise you. So go do it. I also want to add that when you go and you make the decision to better yourself, when you go out and you decide what you want, God has no choice but to allow you to live those decisions. You're either deciding to, live the life that you don't want to live, or you're going to decide to live the life that you want to live. And every single time it's going to be so much better to decide to live the life that you want to live.